Hey guys, it's Super here. So today we have a new Arcane gem as you can see over here, and let's go through it quickly and our thoughts, and then finally let's do a summoning together. So we have the new gem Radiant Star Pupil, and let's take a look at it at the max stars, and then after that we'll go through it at the lower stars and see how good it is at each level. So at max stars deals damage to 260% of the owner's attack to all enemies and inflicts downfall on them for 4 turns. And this downfall effect is if the Arcane Gem owner's initial speed exceeds 1000, which is very easy, increases the damage taken by the target with downfall by 2.25% for every 100 points of speed exceeded, up to 1000 exceeded speed, which is 2000 speed. Then after casting the skill, grants our ally Star Mark, which does the following. If the Arcane Gem owner's initial speed exceeds 1000, once again it's the same thing, increases the skill damage dealt by the target with Star Mark by 2.25% for every 100 points. So same thing as earlier, except this one increases damage taken by target and this one increases skill damage done. And then at increasing levels or increasing star levels, the threshold increases to 1500, which is 2500 speed. And then at higher star levels, you get a cooldown -1, and after casting the skill, the owner will act for 1 more turn, so extra turn effect. And finally, the last level is the same as above, except that the speed requirement increases to 2000 additional speed, which is up to 3000 now instead. So actually, even though there's a lot of text, it's pretty straightforward. And let's see at the different star level requirements. So I feel that even at lower stars, the gem is still very good. And of course, as you go up, you can see that not only do the numbers increase, but the next notable increase, I believe, is at 3 stars, where the threshold is increased to, wait, if we can just take a closer look actually. So, okay, so at first there's only the downfall effect, and then at 3 stars and above you get the Star Mark effect, which is the increased skill damage dealt. And then the major parts I would say is at 5 stars when the threshold increases to 1500, and past that, every exclusive, I guess you can call it, becomes very significant. This one gives cooldown -1, and the last one increases the threshold to 3000 speed. So that being said, I think this gem is going to be really good even at lower star levels. And this gem is going to be good on any character where you want to build speed, right? So Apsara, Kalana, and Hanya are the characters which come to mind. However, Apsara does have her own gem over here, which is probably still better than this one. So as usual, there's going to be this Arcane Gem trial over here where you can use your arena fights to test the Arcane Gem. All you have to do is click go and then go into any fight like so, and then put the gem onto all your characters, right? So let's just do that. Let's do one fight over here, and let's not do all 10 because that takes a bit too much time. And honestly, I don't think the gem, even though it's good, is going to change any of the effects, or rather the outcomes of the fights that I have, because right now I'm winning every single person in Classic Arena except for the same 2 people, High Traffic and Advantage, who I am unable to beat. And I highly doubt that having this gem will allow me to beat them simply because of how strong they are, right? So let's just use this. And I just remembered that actually in these Arcane Gem trials, your presets are completely reset, and actually some of the gems on my characters are reset as well, which means that a fight which I normally would win, such as this one, I may actually end up losing. But let's see how this actually ends up going. Let's not speak too soon, right? But yeah, that's also another reason why when it comes to these Arcane Gem trials, if you're not confident on winning a fight generally, if you don't really actually care about testing the thing, I wouldn't recommend too much on fighting harder opponents. Just fight easier ones, and then just get this Arcane Gem trial out of the way. Anyway, if you do it 10 times, you can get these 5 Eternal Stones, which is nice. So besides that, let's take a look at the banner for this Arcane Gem trial, and it's pretty it's pretty bad in my opinion. The main ones that you're only concerned with is obviously this one and the Bleed Gem, which is not bad too. But besides that, everything else isn't really that great. Ruby of Thorns isn't that great, and Divine Healing Spirit isn't too good either. And then as usual, we have this kind of event which is similar to Gift of Heaven, where you get a selection chest after getting 100 summons. So yeah, let's use our summons, but past using these that I already have, I don't plan to try and get this chest because I want to wait for Apsara Gem to be in the Miracle banner. So let's go. I'm hoping for maybe 2 copies of this gem. 3, of course, or more would be nice, but at the end of the day, it's kind of all luck, right? And so that we don't blow all of our summons too quickly, let's do them in batches of 10. And we'll see if we get any early pities, right? So we are 30 away from a pity. And usually the odds of getting multiple gems in 1 times 10 is pretty high. So I would say getting 0 in that times 20 is quite unlucky. And in fact, we hit max pity, which is a bit unfortunate. And we only got this Divine Healing Spirit gem, which is not very good. So okay, early pity, as mentioned. Another Divine Healing Spirit, not very good at all. And we got 2 now. And it's a new gem, which is of course going to be Radiant Star Pupil over here. And we got Divine Healing Spirit again. Not lucky at all. And another 2, so we're guaranteed at least 1 of the new gem, which we did. And besides that, we got another copy of Divine Healing Spirit, which is really strange that that's like the only thing we got besides our besides the main one, right? I was kind of hoping for at least 1 copy of Bleed Gem. So okay, let's just use our remaining 4 summons since we are essentially using them all anyway. But I don't really have any hopes that we're going to get a legendary in these 4. And our last summon. And yeah, so no legendary gem, which is not too surprising. So besides that, let's just claim our rewards over here, and let's also improve the gems that we have gotten. So let's just do a quick, I believe there's a quick star up, yep, over here. And let's just star up whatever we have. So now we do have a 4-star Divine Healing Spirit Gem, which honestly I don't even really want that much. And I actually am, if you can see, I need 2 more copies in order to max this out on a character which is exclusive 5, right? So maybe I can find a use for it on some character, you never know, right? But for now, I don't really plan on putting it on anyone. But the main one, of course, is Radiant Star Pupil, and if we have put it on a character with exclusive 5, then we actually can get this 3-star effect, which is pretty significant still, right? It's because we get this star mark portion and not just the downfall portion. But regardless, I think this will go very well on a character like Hanya, and I'm not going to put it on her yet because sometimes, you know, active gems like this where you have to actively cast the skill can break a character because especially at lower star levels, because, you know, sometimes taking the extra turn for a lesser effect may not necessarily be worth it. But at some point, especially when I do get her at exclusive 5, chances are I will be putting this gem on her. But for now, I will wait for others to do the testing and then see what I do from there. So yeah, just a quick one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.